Coming up on OU Nightly, a red flag warning continues for our area. Find out how long you need to stay fire weather safe.
Breaking ground, we're live in Oklahoma City where construction officially started on the new Thunder Arena. And find out which grocery store chain announced they're closing 2 locations in the Norman area. This is OU Nightly.
The University of Oklahoma campus currently is in a red flag warning. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Kevin Daniel.
And I'm Kariana Gamboa. We begin tonight with those red flag warnings that have been plaguing the state for the past month and a half.
OU Nightly meteorologist Hunter Brittingham joins us in studio. Hunter.
Yes, we have that red flag warning in effect for areas here shaded in pink. That's going to go until 10 p.m. tonight and then reissue again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. for the day on Friday. We actually have 2 active fires right now in Blaine County that are going to go until 4:45 for the southernmost fire near I-40, and then this northern fire is going to go until about 5:15. So ensure that you are taking all safety risks out there if you are out and about in Blaine County. But also we are going to be having a wind advisory going into effect at midnight, and that is going to go until 7 p.m. tomorrow for areas here shaded in tan. So we could be seeing wind gusts as high as 45 to 55 miles per hour for the day on Friday. So we are going to be seeing a cold front bringing temperatures down. We've seen record-breaking temperatures, which I'll get a little bit into later on in the show, but we are going to be seeing those temperatures drop, and with that, we are going to be seeing the winds increasing as well. So not only do we have a fire threat for the day on Friday, we also have that wind threat to talk about as well. So that red flag warning I mentioned, we're going to go into a little bit more detail on how you can stay safe moving forward, talking about that cold front moving in for the evening and overnight hours tonight and into the day tomorrow, and also what that means for your Friday being a very windy day in store and making sure you're taking all precautions.
Thanks so much, Hunter. Oklahoma Attorney General Gettner Drummond is facing criticism following his recent settlement with the federal government, allowing private voter data to be released. OU Nightly's Gracie Stubblefield has more.
This agreement comes after the Department of Justice and U.S. Attorney Pam Bondi sued Oklahoma, among other states, to allow them to confirm if these states were removing ineligible voters. Some of the backlash comes from legislation passed in 2016 in the state, making private voter data confidential. According to the settlement, under the Civil Rights Act, states are required to turn over their full voter records to the U.S. Attorney General. The Oklahoma State Election Board initially rejected the request, stating that it was against state law to give out personal information. The U.S. government stated the records will only be used to enforce federal voting laws. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Gracie. 2 outside organizations in Oklahoma have filed a motion to intervene after the Department of Justice and the state look to seek a dismissal of the lawsuit.
Homeland Stores announcing on their Facebook they will be closing 2 Norman locations. Homeland says the stores on Alameda Street and Robinson Street will be for sale. A 3rd Homeland store on Bryant Avenue in Edmond and a 4th Cash Saver store in Lawton will be closing as well.
And as war continues in the Middle East, the U.S. and Iran continue to work towards peace. Jack Hancock has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center. Last night, Iran rejected a U.S. plan aimed at ending the war in the Middle East. The 15-point plan focused on reopening the Strait of Hormuz, a rollback of Iran's nuclear program, and limits on missiles. Iran instead proposed their own plan, which urges the U.S. and Israel to stop killing Iranian leaders. Earlier today, President Trump said it's up to Iranian leaders to convince him to end the war, saying he doesn't care about making a deal. And despite Iran's plea to stop killing their leaders, Israel says they killed a naval leader in Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps.
Last night we eliminated the commander of the Revolutionary Guard's Navy. This man has a lot of blood on his hands, and in addition, he was the one who led the closure of the Strait of Hormuz.
The leader for the U.S. Central Command says the assassination, quote, makes the region safer. And it's day 41 of the partial government shutdown, and the Department of Homeland Security still has not received funding. As the airport lines reach record lengths, Senate Republicans say they're submitting a last and final offer to end the funding impasse. Almost 500 TSA agents have quit as they are set to miss another paycheck. At some airports, ICE officers are patrolling security lines. Today, President Donald Trump mentioned the possibility of urging the National Guard to fill the gap. And the International Olympic Committee announced today transgender women will not be allowed to compete in the women's events at the Olympics. All participants in these events will have to undergo genetic testing.
Well, we apologize for those technical difficulties. The Cleveland County Sheriff is cracking down on illegal marijuana farms and drugs. Coming up, we'll tell you what and how much was confiscated.
And if you're like me and love a sweet treat, listen up and look no further.
We'll tell you where you can get some chocolatey goodness to satisfy your sweet tooth when we come back.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Today marks the start of a new era in downtown Oklahoma City.
City leaders and the Oklahoma City Thunder officially broke ground on the team's future home, a state-of-the-art arena. OU Nightly's Reagan Garvin has the story. Reagan?
Kevin, Cariana, the Thunder won't have to go too far. The Continental Coliseum will be right here in the heart of Oklahoma City and directly across from their current home, the Paycom Center. Today, I went to the groundbreaking and I spoke with members of the community and got their thoughts. Take a look.
Shovels in the dirt marked a new chapter for Oklahoma City. City leaders, fans, and the Thunder organization came together to break ground on the Continental Coliseum, the team's future home and one of the biggest projects in OKC history.
Downtown Arena unlocks our ability to retain the NBA and remain a big league city.
The nearly $900 million arena is set to open in 2028, featuring sleek glass walls, bigger concourses, and a brand new fan area, Thunder Alley. The new arena promises growth not only for the Thunder, but also for the city as a whole.
It's great to see the continued enthusiasm for development here in the city.
Mayor Holt says the arena is not only for basketball fans. It will also host concerts and other events.
You feel it even if you don't care about basketball. And I think that's ultimately why 71% of people voted for it.
The arena is set to be complete late summer 2028. But don't worry, until then, you can still catch the Thunder at the Paycom Center. Reporting in Oklahoma City, Reagan Garvin, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Reagan. And staying in Oklahoma, we are learning more tonight about 3 illegal grow operations in Oklahoma being shut down. The Cleveland County Sheriff's Office says they've removed nearly 3,000 marijuana plants from the operations. Officials say deputies seized over 2,800 marijuana plants, hundreds of pounds of processed marijuana, and 2 pounds of meth. These investigations are ongoing.
This weekend is packed of full events for you to check out. Leah Smith has that in today's Around the Town report.
Thanks, Cariana. There are multiple opportunities to get some painting lessons this weekend at Pino's Palette. There are painting classes all weekend. Tomorrow night's theme is Dancing with the Stars. There's a Beautiful Roses classes Saturday afternoon and a Dragonfly Meadows class that night. Sunday afternoon is a Monet's Water Kitty class, and tickets for these classes and more can be found on Pino Palette's website. And there is a Sweet Symphony happening in Norman this weekend. The 41st Annual Norman Chocolate Festival will take place this Saturday at Love Works from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This event is hosted by the Norman PTA Council to help fund local scholarships and classroom grants. The goal is to combine taste and sound with live music during the event and chocolate vendors from around the community. This year's theme, Sweet Symphony, highlights the importance of art in Norman schools. And it's time for this week's live music roundup. Tomorrow night, Chrome Heart Cam will be at the Resonator at 7 p.m. and Nate Smith will be at Riverwind Casino starting at 7:30. Sunday night from 6 to 8 will be a weekly jazz jam at Midway Deli, and Hosty will be performing at the deli at 10. For more information on these events and more, be sure to check out visitnorman.com. Kevin, Cariana, back to you.
Thanks, Leah. OU Nightly got an inside look at a new entertainment and lifestyle show coming to the Oklahoma City area.
When we return, we'll tell you when and where you can watch it.
And the heat is also a big story. We are breaking records right here in Norman and Central Oklahoma. Find out how high temperatures have gotten today when we return.
Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, if your shower can fill a 1-gallon bucket in less than 20 seconds, replace the shower head with a water-efficient one. They are cheap, easy to install, and can save you up to 750 gallons a month. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. Thank you so much for joining us this Thursday afternoon. We are seeing temperatures right now in the upper 80s and lower 90s across central Oklahoma, smashing records right here in Norman. Our record high of 89 degrees is going to go down in the record books. The last record was held in 1918. So we are above that high of 88 degrees right now all across the Sooner State. We are seeing those temperatures in the 80s and 90s, even 102 degrees up in Guymon. So the Panhandle is getting in on some of that very significant heat, and even road temperatures out there are approaching 120 degrees. So as I mentioned, we are breaking that record today. We are forecasted to go a couple degrees warmer at 91 degrees, but we will smash that record one way or another at 88 degrees, already at 89 this afternoon. Also, a story out there is going to be the humidity value. So if you've been outside today, you know that it is very dry out there, and that is what is helping to precipitate the fire weather threat out there as well. So we are seeing those dew point temperatures already in the lower to middle 30s across central Oklahoma, outwards of the Panhandle, seeing those dew points in the single digits. So winds are also a factor out there as well. So we are very windy out there. Those winds are going to continue out ahead of a cold front that's going to work its way out into the region overnight. So right now we're seeing those southerly winds right now gusting. Future track is gusting those winds at about 34 miles per hour, but once this front comes through, you'll be able to notice that here, and those winds on the backside of that are going to be from the north, and they're going to be very strong. So ensure that you are taking all precautions out there, making sure that you have your trash cans secured, and so that they will not blow away. But we could see those winds upwards of 45 to 55 miles per hour by the time this system moves out of the Sooner State heading into the day on Saturday. So you do want to take all precautions in place when it comes to fire weather and wind safety weather as well. The drought monitor does come every Thursday, and so we are seeing very extreme conditions right now across portions of Norman and southwestern Oklahoma, so we are seeing the significant drought conditions out there. But some good news for precipitation, we will be seeing some rain as we welcome in the month of April. So moving into the first portion of the fourth month out of the year, we are going to be seeing some precipitation on our doorstep, So we are going to be seeing the dry weather continuing for the next several days. Those temperatures are going to be cooling off, and then we will be seeing temperatures rapidly increasing again.
You know, it's only March, but it feels like it might as well be August with how hot it's been outside. I mean, you're talking about breaking records and whatnot.
I've been loving the record-breaking heat, honestly. Like, really, I've been feeling those temperatures, but I'm not really looking forward to those winds.
Yeah, it is going to be a windy day tomorrow. Like I said, 45 to 55 miles per hour. So make sure you are taking all precautions while you're out there.
Awesome. Thank you, Hunter. Well, an Oklahoma TV station is premiering a new segment that's all about the people of Oklahoma. OU Nightly's Gracie Steinbrink went to Oklahoma City to get the scoop on the show.
Channel 4 in Oklahoma is shining the spotlight on everyday Oklahomans. This 30-minute lifestyle show will showcase the people, the places, the trends, and the entertainment that make the state of Oklahoma great. Co-anchors Mecca Rain and Owen Pickard come from years of anchor experience and a shared excitement to tell the stories that matter most to Oklahomans.
This is really almost like their chance to shine, and you can invite us out and we'd be happy to come and see what your town is about.
We'll do the show from your living room.
Do it from your living room.
Wouldn't that be fun?
We want to show Oklahoma off.
They are encouraging anyone and everyone to be a part of the show, making it clear that you matter.
Maybe you're Joe Schmo's next door neighbor and you've been making the best apple pie for the last 20 years.
We want to try some.
We want to try it. Exactly.
There's no such thing as just on our show. You're not just a stay-at-home mom. You're not just an assistant to whoever. There's some importance behind everybody, and we want to highlight that in a special way.
Producer of the show, Caleb Britt, says he's excited for the spotlight to highlight people and to bring a little light into viewers' daily lives.
They need this. They need some sunshine in their day. They need some good news. Of course, people see a lot of doom and gloom, fires, wrecks, murders, all the bad things, but just having some time to kind of breathe and have some excitement.
The spotlight will premiere Monday, March 30th at 11:30 a.m. on 4K4. Reporting for OU Nightly, Gracie Steinbrink.
Thanks, Gracie. If your business is interested in being featured on the Spotlight, email sales@thespotlighttv.com. And coming up in sports, some OU gymnastics members are making their marks for the team.
And in the Diamond, a Red River series is in full swing starting tonight in Austin.
All heads to the Bayou in the return of someone special in the dugout, who has been gone for most of the season. Stay tuned to see who is sliding home after the break.
Winter is upon us, and every Oklahoman knows that that means unpredictable freezing temperatures. One of the main concerns with freezing temperatures is the damage they can cause to your home or business should they cause your water pipes to freeze over. Older homes, especially those without proper insulation or that have basements or crawl spaces with exposed pipes, are particularly susceptible to this. Here is Rachel Croft, City of Norman Water Treatment Plant Manager, to show you the proper steps you can take to prevent your pipes from freezing.
The good news is you don't need to run a whole lot of water in order to combat freezing from your pipes. Here's how you do it. Another thing that you can do to help is to open your cabinet doors to make sure that warm air throughout your home is getting to your faucet pipes. But you want to make sure to remove any harmful chemicals that any small children or pets could have the ability to reach.
Following these steps can help save money on your water bill and help to conserve Norman's water supply.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hello, I'm Natalie Orozco, and it's time for sports. Ring, ring, ring. Yup, it's spring, but yup, we're also still talking about Oklahoma football. After some spring cleaning, the Sooners are full of new faces like tight ends coach Jason Witten and new transfers like former Texas rival wide receiver Parker Livingston, who made an unexpected decision that is set in stone, unlike his name.
It's two great fan bases going at it. In October, that game happens. It's the best rivalry in college football, and so when a player leaves and goes to the opposite side, you think you're not going to be liked, you think you're not going to be wanted, but they've accepted me with welcome arms. They've welcomed me unbelievably.
And OU men's gymnastics are reaching for the high bars. Head coach Mark Williams was named MPSF Coach of the Year. This is Williams' third time winning this award and has won it 17 times throughout his 27 seasons. And Sasha Boganushik earns the MPSF Freshman of the Year as the only freshman in the nation to rank top 8 in vault and floor exercise. And OU softball is heading to the Bayou to face LSU, and returning to the Diamond is pitching coach Jennifer Rocha, who has been out for over 6 weeks due to unspecified reasons. Taking her spot was former OU pitcher Carly Keeney, who helped the Sooners pitch 8 shutouts this season and was able to do so with the mentorship of Rocha.
She is too wonderful a person to be a coach. That sounds horrible, but coaches we're ruthless. Like, we want to win at all costs, and sometimes you just forget who you are, and she never does, and she never lets us as a coaching staff forget who we are.
As for a team coming off a win against LSU, OU baseball is heading to Austin for a Red River Showdown series. The number 8 Sooners are outscoring opponents 192-93 and has a team ERA of 3.5, while number 2 Texas sits at an ERA of 2.7. OU has only swept Texas once in Austin in 2023. The series will get swinging off tonight at 7. And former Sooner Cade Cavalli was the starting pitcher for opening day for the Washington Nationals, facing the Cubs and former Sooner Cade Horton. Cavalli pitched for 3 2/3 innings and with 2 runs, striking out 5, while Horton is the Cubs' third starter. And last night, the Thunder headed to Boston, where the team had its full starting lineup back for only the 6th time this season. But the Celtics' Jaylen Brown stole the show, scoring 31 points. His performance led Boston to take the lead in the 4th, 88-83. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led OKC with 33 points, but the Celtics gave OKC its first loss in the last month, 119-109. And a newborn white rhino has been named after a former Sooner to Chiefs center Creed Humphrey at the Rolling Hills Zoo in Salina, Kansas. Cariana, Kevin?
Thanks, Natalie. The cherry blossoms are in bloom in Washington, D.C. once again.
How many travel to catch a glimpse when we return?
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here are some water conservation tips you can try. In the kitchen, collect the excess water you use to rinse produce and use it to water houseplants. Also, soak your pots and pans instead of letting the water run while you scrape them. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
I'm here at the OU Nightly Update Desk. The bill that aims to protect free speech on college campuses has passed the Oklahoma Senate and heads to the House today. Senate Bill 1725 would limit schools' ability to punish a student for free speech expression. It will allow colleges to charge a security fee for certain campus activities as long as it's regardless of content or viewpoint. We will keep you updated on this bill as it progresses. Cariana, Kevin, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Lauren. Now, Hunter, you're talking about some of those temperatures. What do we have to look forward to for the rest of this week?
Yeah, so we are going to be seeing that cold front work its way through tonight and into tomorrow morning. So we are going to be seeing those temperatures dropping into the 50s for overnight lows, and then high temperatures tomorrow back in the 60s. So we are going to be seeing the cooler weather for the next couple of days, but we are going to be seeing another increase in our temperatures heading into the day on Sunday and throughout the next week back in the 80s.
Well, thanks so much, Hunter. But speaking of those spring temperatures, we're going to take a look at our nation's capital, where the cherry blossom trees in Washington, D.C. are currently in peak bloom.
Now, this year's bloom is earlier than usual, but not necessarily abnormal for recent years.
To celebrate, events will be held in the D.C. area throughout the weekend,
including the activities for the National Cherry Blossom Festival through April 12th. Now, in 2024, an estimated 1.6 million people attended that festival. That's a lot of people to look at some colorful trees, but that's what spring is all about.
Yes, I love the colors that I've been seeing on campus recently, all the tulips on campus. It's so colorful. OU has a beautiful campus. I love all the greenery and during the springtime.
I know they got the mums planted and everything. It's like spring is here. It's baseball opening day. It's awesome. Well, thank you so much for watching OU Nightly. I'm Kevin Daniel.
And I'm Cariana Gamboa. Be sure to watch OU Nightly weekdays live at 4:30. Good night.